Okay, hello, I'm Decan, and welcome to my play world. This is the world that I actually play the game in. I don't build anything in here in creative mode. Let's open the door and always make sure you close the doors behind you. Okay, this first monstrosity in the air is a mob farm that I modified from a design that I saw online. The difference between a mob farm and a grinder is a mob farm spawns the mobs, and they're collected in some fashion, killed in some way, and then you have to go down and collect the stuff. Or in my case, mine's automatic. All I have to do is go down and open the chest, and everything's in the chest. But I'll explain that again in another video. A grinder, on the other hand, is a mob farm of sorts, where you take a bow or a sword and you destroy the mobs for the experience and the things they drop. Now, the things they drop are different when you kill them rather than when they die in a trap of some sort. And this is my first farm with the addition of this little light source here, which goes on during the nighttime. Down here is another mob farm I call the Crusher, but I'm not going to show you how that one works. It's not important. Next thing I'm going to show you is this huge tree, and this was a tree. I did not place the blocks. I had to climb up on there for 2.5 days to cut it down to where you see it now. It is a 10 by 10 tree. I will cover that in other videos. Right here for making obsidian is a device I found online and modified it for making obsidian. You can make one block at a time. These are mob traps, and they're somewhat effective. But let's get to some of my more wonderful projects. This right here is my pumpkin farm, and you never pick these. You pick the pumpkins, and they'll keep growing back forever and ever and ever. Right here is my automatic farm. It is not automatic in regards to having to plant it still. It is automatic in its collection. And the collection is literally automatic. I've added something to this original design, and I've somewhat call it my own now. Over here is my field that I've created for growing sugarcane for making book pages. Then we get over here. You see the building on the left? We'll cover that in a minute. This is my chicken farm. You put the eggs in here. I put a piece of redstone there. And using this circuit, it triggers it and shoots them in a timed fashion until it's full of chickens. When they get grown up and you want to harvest them, you pull the switch like so, and they drowned. And then you collect the feathers and the meat. Speaking of meat, I'm going to pick this up. While we're here, you see this right here. This is a defense system that I have for around my spider grinder, which is right up here. No mobs except for spiders can get across this, and this goes all the way around, and it is a 15 by 15 area. This huge building here is a 2-story mob farm that washes the mobs from the top floor to the downstairs, and then washes it again into this long hall, which goes into the collection area down here. Now let's go on around the corner. And let's get to our next place before we go back to the base and I show you the down below area. This right here is the entrance to a slime farm, which is way over here. And I don't have swamps here, so I had to create a place to farm slimes. You're going to need, if you ever want to do this, you're going to need the mod known as the slime detector 1.0. And what it does when you hit your F3 is it tells you if you're in a chunk, which is a 16 by 16 block, that tells you if slimes will spawn in that particular chunk. But that's going to be covered again in another video. Now let's go below. This is my basic work area where I have my food chests and some other odds and ends. It's my miscellaneous supplies. And we go down one below. Oops. What the hell did I do? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Sorry about that. That was kind of weird. I got stuck in the glass somehow. I don't know how that happened. Here's my bed, which the first time I ever saw this in this Her Summer texture pack, I used to freak out because I always thought there was a mob down here. Some of my treasure I found, my war chest, my other miscellaneous chest. Finally, we go down below. And this is where the mobs end up from that one 2-story building where they drowned. And it's automatic. And I can collect all the stuff. Pretty soon I'm going to be needing to empty this, I see. Okay, enough of that. These little lights here turn on, or should I say off, as soon as it gets dark. And now let's go back up. Anyway, that's the tour. One thing I recommend about building as many things as I have in this world is you don't need this many things. You'll become completely inundated with too much of everything. So I recommend not building more than 2 farms and 1 grinder at the most, or 1 of each, a grinder and a farm. Okay, that ends, and this is the projects that I have in line and in mind for the tutorial world. And if there's anything you want me to add, anything you want me to show you how to build, or whatever, please feel free to comment. Definitely subscribe, and thank you very much.